optimal fuel station locator. Let's take our mind back. In the past, we used to buy water, we used to sell water in cans. We later moved on to selling penny to penny. When innovators decided to go into water business, we saw it. When innovators decided to go into water business, we saw water business. Now let's look at the market. In the past, you have to go to the market, talk to the market. If you want to buy something, you have to do price comparison before you buy. But when innovators decided to go into the market business, we saw Amazon in the last. Now let's come to Ghana. One of the largest industry in Ghana is the petroleum industry. Now you don't see any innovation in the petroleum industry. The new Regulation Act was passed in 2005, and it was later implemented in 16 June 2015. And what the act seems to do is it allows oil marketing companies to set their own prices for petroleum commodities. So something like well, they will have a different price from Shell. Total will have a different price from other ones. Yeah. So if you want to buy, let's look at it as a normal person, as a driver. If you want to buy for, you know, they have different price. So if you want to get value for your money, you have to make price comparison, and it is going to be very difficult to carry out price comparison. And this filling station, they don't have any way to collect data from their customers, so they don't get feedback. And in business, you need feedback to set your customers up. So how are they going to do that? They don't have any platform to do that for them. And with our current system, the payment option that we have is cash to buy fuel. Only some few oil marketing companies have something like Total, they have some cash. With a small scale fuel station, they don't have anything like that. So it narrows their payment system. You have to only have cash. If you forget to have money in your pocket and you can't buy anything. And like I said, they don't have any database of their customers. They don't even know who their customers are. And with them having different prices, you don't have any real-time data. Oh, today you bought from go this at this price. Tomorrow when you go, it might have changed, but you might not know. We don't have any real-time data to know whether this is the price that they are selling now. And if your car breaks down somewhere, you don't have any way to order for fuel with our current system. And happens a lot, our car breaks down, you have to walk all the way to find fuel. So to solve this problem, I and a colleague, we developed an app called Fuel App. And what it seems to do is, with this app, when you open that, it shows you all the fuel stations around you. And it gives you the price that they are selling at. And it indicates the one with the cheapest price. And when you click on that fuel station, it shows you the comment that people have passed about. People have traded with them and passed about them. So you know, or maybe they've allocated their product or not. So that you can make reasonable decision in buying from them. And it also gives you direction to the place. And one other thing is, it gives you the option to pay online from your bank account or mobile money, or you have a voucher system that you can also use that to pay. And you can also order for fuel from them. And this app too can be used by the fuel stations. With their site, it allows them to see the orders and payments transactions that people have made with them. So with the driver's side of the fuel app, these are some of the functionalities that I'm going to see. You have the login and sign up. You are able to view nearby fuel stations. You get direction to these stations. You order from them. You can top up your online wallet by voucher. You can make online payments. If you have money in your account, your online wallet, and you want to transfer it to bank, you can do it through that. And to keep record of your transactions, the product that you buy maybe within a week, with this, it can keep that record for you, which you can download later for any other business that you want to use. The fuel stations are based. They register and log in. They view orders and payments, generate and print transaction reports, and they view customer feedback to make decisions to sell them more. They can also send notification to their customers. Maybe they are doing a promotion. They don't have any way to tell their customers. This is a way that they can easily use to tell their customers that we are having this promotion. So this is an interface of how the app looks like. So that's the login, and the person is using it. And when you open it, it shows that there is a fuel station, another name, but the one with the repo shows that it has a cheaper fuel than this one. So when you click on it, it shows you the price that they are selling at. And you can easily pay order, get direction, can call them, and below the comment that people have passed about the fuel station. And with the voucher, we use OCR, we use our camera to going through the database of the DVL. We saw that most of the drivers that we have in Ghana are about 10, they are likely to have high problem. So we introduced, and we wanted to add voucher system to it. So we introduced an OCR, which you use your camera to upload your voucher without even typing, even though you can't see the card. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andy. Andrews from Fuel App. Okay, let's hear from our judges. Let's start with Mr. Apia. Mr. Emmanuel Apia.
So I'm actually first of all impressed comparing. I saw his first presentation way back then, but not about this, something else. And I like this more because now he's combining technology for OCR into the operation. I've got like tons of questions for you. So number one, is how much time do we have? Because I'm actually a number like it's actually awesome. The first thing I want to ask is that are you building on web or mobile?
Mobile.
Mobile. Is it native or hybrid or which one is it? Native. Android. Okay, great. You talked about the fact that you're actually going to be telling me the best filling station around and everything. How do I get information, number one, and how are you staying tuned to the real-time prices, you know, and how often does it change?
Yeah, with the app, the fuel stations will have their site. So when the site change, they will update it. Most are long because the developer has to update if there is a change, the developer has to update it. But the fuel stations are doing themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just get started.
Okay. Now the other thing is that on the ground, we built quite a couple of e-commerce platforms for businesses and all. And they say, hey, I don't want anybody to know even the price I'm selling at. So what would be in for me as a fuel station owner or fuel station manager to actually come and punch in my price, knowing very well my competitor probably might use my price and against me?
With fuel stations, when you go there, they have a board there which is showing their price. Yeah. So it shows that they are ready to let people know their price that they are selling at.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does it always reflect what is in the form, the pumping machine? Does it always reflect? Because sometimes you see, say, 2.879 something, but the actual price would have changed and they've not updated it. My challenge here is the real-time information. Because that's a big problem here. You know, like here you send a mail to someone, you have to call them, text them. If I walk to the office and say, I sent you a mail. So that flow of information from the fuel station into your database, that's where my challenge is.
But if they shipping case they don't have it in the person place online, it goes against them. So they have that mentality.
Okay, for me, again, my whole catch is that find a way, an incentive. Why they have to make sure they are giving us the real-time price. You have to find, I don't know that answer. The next one is you talked about the fact that I want to think that was probably an error. But when a car breaks down, well, it's not necessarily because of the fuel. So my other question here is this. It's not always because my fuel went down, that's why my car stopped. It can be my carburetor, it can be my clutch plates, it can be anything, it can be combustion ratio going wrong. So are you going to connect with some sort of a maintenance service?
Yeah, but I didn't talk about that because I'm so working on it. But we have that.
Okay.
So the one here shows a fitting shop.
Okay.
So you can easily get the contact on clicking on it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Great. The other thing I want to talk about is this. Imagine this scenario. Okay. You know Stadium very well. We're going to pick 2 filling stations. Just when you're coming from Abuja and heading towards Stadium, there's Unity Oil, and there is that filling station somewhere there, just after Abuja. Okay. So imagine this. I just got to, it's my kitchen, all right? And my car screamed, said, I need fuel, all right? So the car halted. What really would motivate me to go to, say, either Unity in the forward, which is having, say, a price of 3.4, or taking a U-turn and coming back at a price of 3.3? What would really be my motivator? Is it just the pricing, or is it something else?
That's why we didn't really use price. We know to a customer, value might be different. For someone wants quality service, others want cheap price here. So the motivation will be on your judgment, what you really want. And we provided that you use the comment that fast. So you know that this is what I want, and you go for it.
Okay, I'm saying this because one of the other things where I think most drivers do not know is the octane number of the fuel. Yeah. You have to be interested in the octane number. So that if I'm going to buy a fuel at Unity Oil, it really tells me Unity Oil, maybe today their octane number is this value. The octane number in fuel is actually what would give the fuel its kick. So I can put in a petrol in my car and then add, say, 2 teaspoons of alcohol. Okay? That changes the whole performance of the car. So those are other intrinsic values that I think if you're really going to do this, there is a certain segment of your customers who really be interested in the quality of the fuel. You know what we are facing now? The fuel thing going on now. So you want to be curious about it, and also you have to liaison with the EPA, NPA. So you have to link up with them, and they'll really be, I'm sure they'll be glad. The guy who spoke there, I can't wait to connect you to him. I have his contact and all. So it's an awesome idea. I think I'll pause for.
Okay. All right. So it's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
So we'll move to our next one, such as
I think I don't have much to say because
the mechanical man has said.
yes, I mean all those questions that were hanging around. I must say you've done well. I was thinking where that idea came from, but it tells me a genius. I mean, it's a generational thinker. I wish you well. You can actually know the experts are ready to help you with that. So
keep on the good work. And Mr. Spencer.
I think it's almost the same. I have my own list, but he has managed to bring them down. So, what I think is that most of the times, I like the approach he started from looking a wider range instead of just the fuel, because initially when I heard the new fuel out, I thought it was just filling the vehicles. Because I think there are some 2 guys in Accra, a little bit what started something like that. Yes, I've come up with that. But looking at his, looks as if he's going beyond just the fuel and the price, because in Ghana, a lot of people are not really comfortable with the technology stuff. I mean, when I see, I buy. When it is near, I go. They don't take the time to do that kind of analysis. So it means that you have to think about how to attract as many people as possible to use it. And how do you attract them? You attract them by offering them something that they can't get just by walking into a petrol station. So go deep and offer people more than just the what the name is.
Just a minute here. Just some people. I mean, my concern is with the payment system.
Yes.
Okay. We have different brands of oil companies, even under what do you call it, Shell, the different branches.
Yes.
So if I want to go online to make payment before I buy food, what would be the differentiator? Okay, I'm buying from Shell at Harper Road. I go on the platform. Would it be an indicator that will separate Shell Harper Road from Shell Harper Road?
Why it does is they register individually. We have their every petrol station have a oil marketing company have a number. So you have to know that number and something like Shell. Shell have a unique number. So if Shell Harper Road wants to register, you register with their number and they will also get a different number. So we start identify each other. So they have Shell Harper Road, and that they will have an account. It will be different from Shell is only two. So they have a different account.
Thank you so much. So the next question is, when it comes to electronic platform payments, real-time value is an issue. I mean, in my office, I want to buy food, and pay the fuel station, and I do the transfer. I get there, they say it's not reflected in the account. Have you thought of that challenges, and how do you seek to mitigate those challenges as far as the platforms are concerned?
Currently, the payment is going to be handled by Apple. I don't know.
Okay. So you are something it. You only describe your processes to them, and then they show that should take the burden.
You will handle the payment system.
You should take the burden of you. Because you don't include yourself in that at all. I'm telling you, it won't help. Don't include yourself in that. So just describe your process to them. Let them customize for you, and then you go with it.
Now, you so yeah, I just want to ask this is just kind of you know, if I have a TOM card, you know TOM cards here. Yeah. If I have a TOM card already, like what is going to be there in the system to still encourage me to somehow, because it's a loyalty program, yeah. So the TOM card ties me to some filling stations. So you have to think about that. Yeah. If I have a TOM card, now, like, okay, if I have to go to another filling station, hey, my TOM card takes care of all my fuel costs and everything. Yeah. So, what is the real? So you have to start looking at all the TOM card or loyalty programs that filling stations have and really include them. So if a client is already a TOM card kind of user already, it has to show that, okay, this is a place I can use my TOM card, because you can't use a TOM card everywhere. That's one. And then two, see, the whole experience is this: I'm driving. And okay, I want to find another kind of filling station. So what do? The only place the information is available is not on my windscreen, it's somewhere on my phone. So I'm looking for it somewhere, and I'm like, that. Okay. So we have to think about that. Where is the phone going to be during the time I need the service? And what are the regulations around the usage of the application in the time I really need it? Which means that every time I want to use your app, I have to park.
Or unless your car stops.
Yes, unless the car stops or something.
You have to take your phone.
So, that's what I think you have to think about.
Yeah. Just think about the convenience of
exactly. So you may have to start thinking about a folder.
I wanted to show you something.
Oh, please do, please do.
What is your partner or your partners? What are your partners? Or your okay.
Okay. Okay, great. So you have to consider that. So then you don't have a whole time. You have a whole bunch. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, so keep on the screen.
Yes.
But ideally, it's not safe viewing your
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
You want to buy just practice check.
Yeah, so I think one of the things you have to consider is you will have to write an algorithm in your app to calculate for the speed in real time. If the speed is about, say, 40 kilometers whatever, the app will hit it in one run. So automatically, Samsung has that feature already. And they provide this SDK already on their developer platform. So you just go grab it and involve it in your project so that at a certain speed, the phone is totally on airplane mode so that you save your drive. You don't want to be sued for. Okay, yeah, so they said there was an accident. What happened? They checked the guy's records and they realized that, whoa, the last app you used was your app. You are doomed. So you want to just check that. Okay, yeah, great. I think, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Gideon,
yeah.
you have like small baby.
Yes, it's okay. So, for instance, we were talking about also locating fitting shops. With the fuel stations, you said it's going to show you which fuel stations are owned by and so forth. Is that going to do the same for
Yeah,
the fitting shops?
You have to send the videos and you want to so you have an option to send the video.
Okay, so now would you have field workers to take that information for you, or you are dependent on those fitting shops and the filling station owners to raise down their own? I didn't get a question. I mean, now your app is going to show me, all right, the user, and the location of the fitting shops and then the filling stations around me. Now my question is, are you going to have field workers to collect that data for you, or are you relying on these fitting mechanics and then the fuel station owners to enter those details on your own?
First, I will have to go on field to collect data. If it becomes so competitive that everybody wants to come on it, they will add the others to it.
Yeah. But because the reason why I'm asking that, somebody started something like that in Accra, trying to help people locate mechanics that are nearby. But the problem is that these mechanics, they are just perching in front of somebody's building. By the time you upload that data, the next moment they have moved. Yeah, so I think I will buy the network. You have to get some incentives for people to, be interested in updating this all the time so that the app stays relevant. Another thing, have you researched as to whether there are apps already in the system like that?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. Because just yesterday, at a business meeting at the Audacity, I met somebody who is doing exactly what you are doing, and he has more features that is going to record even the lifespan of the car, the mileage, everything, and he's thinking of when I want to buy a Ghana used car, I can easily go onto that app and just check. All right, this how often you do servicing and so forth, everything like that. So I think you may have to look further and see if there can even be some collaborations. Yeah. Because now the system is such that you can't hide somewhere and think that you are the only sharp person. Yeah. But sometimes when you're able to collaborate, you get things done. My last thing before I move on.
There is going to be Tech Crunch. I don't know if you have heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tech Crunch. Tech Crunch is coming to Africa. The first one is at Nairobi. So now they are looking for ideas that have not already been rolled out into the market. They want to be the ones to roll it out.
Yeah.
So you may want to check it out, and then register. Who knows? They will help you roll it out.
So to help you roll it out, you should try to, if you can cooperate. So I will take questions from the audience. If anybody pertaining to his presentation, if you have something to add or to subtract, you can do that. So question from the audience, if anybody, even if you are a team like him, or you are working on stuff and you can't get him, you take your brother, you want to help him out. You help him out. That's what the opportunity is.
It's actually okay, so you could also look at a situation where you will have the person, you can save the person by allowing him to check his phone using his phone. And maybe at places where, when it's near a filling station or something, you can have a beep or something to alert him that it's near.
Any more questions, please? If there's no question, please can we give a round of applause? Yeah. So, Charlie, this thing is going to be more than education. So, next we have Agri Connect. Agri Connect. I will do the way Agri Connect. Yeah, you can come with your laptop or you can use a laptop. Okay, Agri Connect, connecting smallholder farmers to available needed market to trade, ready market to trade. Okay. So these guys are going to tell how we can have our food taken from my hometown. Or Accra. So Agri Connect is going to make a presentation on how we connect our small libraries to open area.
So, good morning, Master. My name is Shaq Hussein. I'm a co-founder and chief operating officer of Agri Connect. And my partner here is
Nasib, and I'm a CEO.
So, we are Team Agri Connect. What Agri Connect does is, Agri Connect is an agricultural organization that connects. It's an agricultural-based organization that connects farmers to ready markets using technological tools. This is a story of someone who is going through that challenge that Agri Connect is trying to address. Mr. Kamal is a smallholder farmer. Anytime he actually does harvest his produce, he finds it difficult to sell it. The challenge being that he doesn't have that access to the ready market to be able to sell his produce. So he actually loses about 5,000 Ghana cedis every year to service losses. He ends up selling it at a relatively cheaper price because he just wants to get rid of the produce. And this food that is actually in Nipa is a banker. She spends 300 cedis every week to just get foodstuffs on the market. And 1 pig of that foodstuff goes bad because most of them are perishable in nature. Some of them actually she has issues with handling them because she needs to get them. She buys it from the market, gets it to the bank before she can actually take it home after work. So it results in her losing some of the produce. So she's always on the lookout for fresh produce from the market. to buy something that she wants to buy at a very moderate price. So the problem has always been that most smallholder farmers in Ghana do not have access to they do not receive fair prices for their produce. Because they do not have that direct access to customer market and then price information. And then most buyers who actually want to get produce on a timely basis, with ease and then at a moderate price, but they do not. So the solution AgriConnect is proposing is we are going to create a virtual market that allows smallholder farmers, that connects smallholder farmers to buyers. So you are getting your produce right from the farm to the consumer, but not from the farm to a middleman and then to the consumer. So our model works in such a way that we are continually registering farmers onto our platform. We are working with over 50 farmers now in some districts. We are continually registering them on our platform. It works in such a way that once you are registered on our platform, there is a service, the USSD service, that you use to alert us that I have this produce that I want to sell. Anytime you do that, that information is sent to AgriConnect. AgriConnect will in turn dispatch a field agent. The agent will check out whether your produce meets that local and international requirement we are looking for. So once it does, then at the same time we are contacting the buyer, and then we connect. The agent will now inform us that the produce you have is okay, meets that requirement, and then we dispatch a tricycle that will actually pick the produce to the buyer. We've spoken to ShopRite. They are ready to actually receive some of our produce. We spoke to ShopRite and Kumasi and then came. We've had contacts with the buyers and then as a partner will take care of this.
So our customer segments, we have the direct consumers, then we have the farmers. Greater Accra at the moment, and we are targeting 1% of within the first year, and it amounts to 125,000 people, and the revenue expected to be generated is 600,000 naira. And these are the competitive landscape. Currently, our competitors are Isoko, M-Farms, Farmerlike, and currently they don't offer the 24-hour service. What we found out that I'm a competitor of the Cosmos Innovation Center, and going around Ghana, we found out that farmers normally plan in the night, so they think of so many things, and they have a lot of challenges that come to mind. So they need to contact someone within that moment to get solutions for the next month. So when there's that, and there's that barrier, so we are bringing in to cover that barrier. So we have the delivery service. Isoko don't do that, and we also have storage facility, which is supposed to store perishable produce for the farmers to reduce post-harvest costs. And competitive advantage, we are going to certify the farmers in order to reduce costs, and we are also having the storage facility to store farm produce for the farmers. We also offer delivery service and assist farmers in transporting their produce. So with the transportation, we have Agro Center, who deals with transporting farm produce. So we contact him to get the produce out of the farmers to wherever they want it to be. So we have to go to market strategy. We are planning of using the community information center. Then we have flyers. Then we use social media to advertise. Then one-on-one interaction. Then we strategically partner with organizations to reach a wider market. We have our business model, which is commission on connecting smallholders. So each connection we make, we charge a fee on it.
then the sales of the produce. Sometimes farmers want us to buy the produce, then give them the money, then we take it away. So we buy the produce, then we sell it to whoever needs it. Then we have the delivery service. We charge a fee on the delivery service, and we use USSD. What it does is that the SMS is going to be used by the buyers, and the USSD is going to be used by the farmers. Farmers have challenges of not being dedicated, but then we are planning of organizing a training for their kids in order to help them. And this is the team. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I will connect. So let's see your feet. Let's start with our judges. I will start with Mr. Charles Akia.
Touch is still going through the snow.
Because he said he was the best one, now he wants me to say
That's a smart move. Anything to take away the stress from farmers, I think, is a good idea. My challenge, however, is what we're trying to answer, but I'm not so convinced. Majority of our farmers, we have about 5 million farmers in Ghana, and I can tell you about 4 million of them are trees. And the best one they can use is the analog. So if we're introducing anything to more or less alleviate their plight, you shouldn't compound it by giving them a headache of using an app that probably is never going to use it. I was thinking, and obviously it's known to everybody, that it's not like they don't have access to the market. Farmers do have access to the market, but the means to the market is the problem. One is the road. I don't know how you are going to go around that challenges there. I would have probably appreciate you working with the market women already in the system. Alright? Because I know a guy is doing similar projects like this. And it works so well. I remember when it was in Stanbic, we introduced slide pay. So we linked him up. So if a banker and I need to put stuff in the market, as first that you said, you can get it for me. Right? It's a matter of going to the net or using my mobile just to make some payment and get the payment delivered to me. So I'm thinking, if you can reshape, reducing the stress of the farmer by using an app, I think it's a good thing to do. And the other said, you want to take away the middleman. And obviously at the end of the day, I saw you becoming the middleman.
Slowly.
Alright?
Slowly can
They are
become.
pushing them away and taking their
Yes. It's fair, competition is good. But you don't sound like, yes, because you want to take away middleman, and you turn away becoming the middleman. Alright? I mean, you can sell your idea that this is the best way you can deliver it. But don't, try to downplay the work of an existing player. Yeah. You don't ride on the back to get it there. Right. Apart from that, I think you guys have a great idea. I was impressed. I forgot to ask you a question. Every great idea have a monetary or financial value.
Yes.
And I like the way you have done yours. The revenue you're going to get, it gives the investor that comfort that you know what you are up to. Right? So please, try and put some numbers around the motivation, the financial motivation. It's that to attract an investor into your idea. I think you are good. Thank you.
Can I answer with the first?
Okay.
We are not trying to give the farmer, say, use the app or use our data platform. Currently, we are building a database for taking data from farmers. So what we, with the interaction with the farmers, they will register them. So they will be on our platform. Then using the USSD, some of the farmers already know how to, since they can dial their phone numbers and with checking their credits. It's the same way, so you use it. They will tell you just the moment you press it, we get the information that these companies are out. So that's the solution. With respect to the second one you said.
Okay, you know, let the gentleman again you will give it. So let's go to Mr. Spencer.
Okay. For how long have you been in this business?
Okay, so we officially, we are not trying to officially, but August 2016.
2016, that's when you started.
Yes.
And what about are you programming yourself?
Okay, he's a software engineer and I'm a business expert.
Okay.
For me, I am a big entrepreneur.
Okay, the businessman, then he is a technical man. And so, for having talked about all the numbers as you're saying, if let's say somebody is going to give you money to put into it, how much do you need now?
Okay, we have the revenue, we have the our expenditure, which amount, most of the revenue we are going to.
Now hold on. Hold it.
You see, this question is.
Wait, this is a peer review session, okay?
Yes.
The moment you get a question, if an investor, my brother, we want numbers. Okay, we want numbers. I mean, like, how much the investor gets?
But maybe the first question you should ask, are you ready for an investor? Or you think that you want to do it for you?
So it's, are you looking for an investor?
Yes.
You are looking for an investor.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so it means that the approach to the answer is wrong. Now what you should do is that you should be able to organize, when we talk of investment, we are not talking about just the operating expenses, you know. If somebody should drop 100,000 Ghana cedis to you right now, what can we use it for?
I think it's going to go into most.
Wrong. We need, I think, you're not ready.
And we are looking at 80,000.
80,000.
Which most of them will be securing facilities for the farmers.
So that's a good start. But when you are done with it, when we are done with it,
See,
yes. So when you prepare yourselves very well, the person you ask you should be able to tell the person, I need 100,000. Not even take a second to think. Okay, you should be able to tell the person, if there's a follow-up question, you should be prepared to be answering those questions. Okay. The idea is good, so I think that if you're able to prepare yourself that well, you should be able to get something.
The idea is you need to prepare yourself.
Yeah, so first of all, the idea is really awesome. There are a lot of times where I had to leave my PC, you know, I don't like to leave my PC and go all the way to some roundabout just to get some tomatoes, some vegetables for the month. So I'm looking at the point where you get to me directly. I don't want to move.
Yeah.
I want to just be in the house. I want tomatoes, I want onions, I want pepper, and I want to see the 2 hours time. So awesome, but first question, who is paying for the USSD session? And what's your budget for it? Because it's not free.
So with the USSD, the farmer, that's where the commission comes from. So the farmer don't want to pay directly to us because it feels like it takes a lot of money from you. So when we charge it to the USSD, so with the USSD, the farmer pays for it, and there's an estimation of yearly service.
Okay.
So we are expecting about 3,000 Ghana cedis for the USSD.
The development of the
USSD and the service itself.
Is it a year?
Okay, we researching, we have the text Ghana, and we compare the text Ghana to SMS GH.
Yes.
Yes. So we compared it and we realized going out for the yearly one will benefit us.
Okay.
But then we are trying to lower the cost because we are beginning.
Okay, so the reason I'm asking this is this. Currently, USSD cost per session is 2 pesos. It's per DAO. Whether the transaction was successful or not, the networks, they will take their money. Okay? Alright, so that's the set of that. it would cost you probably say, let's just give or take 20 cities to have a total session of about 1,000 USSD requests, okay? All right. So if you're not the one paying and the farmer is paying, it leads me to the next question, which is, how are you solving the cartel issue with the networks? Because it's a bloodbath. The networks are paying a certain...
Yeah, I
All right.
okay, I don't know if you know tractor factor.
Enlighten me.
Okay, tractor factor deals with providing tractor services for smallholder farmers or
Okay.
businesses.
Okay.
So we contacted them, and they are actually they want to stick to the USSD rather than the SMS, because the SMS, the telcos charge a lot on it, but the USSD, they get it directly on their service, so they charge it. Then the telcos charges and the rest comes to them.
Okay, so that's going to be our approach.
Yeah, so we are planning on using the USSD from now.
Okay, okay, awesome. I wish you luck with that. Okay. The next thing I want to really find out is you were talking about having a storage facility. Do you have one yet? And what kind of storage facility are you designing? Is it for cereal storage, vegetable storage, meat, tubers,
So,
legumes?
so in our first year of operation, we intend to focus on vegetables and fruits. Moving forward, we're going to go into grains. We have explored so many storage facilities. There's this giant storage facility at ShopRite, where we put the fruits. And then there are also other innovative storage facilities like the baskets that we don't know about. All those are things we are considering. We feel that these are like easy means to be able to store rather than.
Okay.
So they are all.
Okay. And then the next thing, what's the commission value? You mentioned some commission value. What's the figure?
I think it ranges between 30 pesos to 50 pesos.
Yes.
Okay, 30 pesos, 50 pesos for a session, or?
That is with regards to the USSD. That is with regards to the USSD.
So
And then with transportation of produce to the market, it will depend on the
so
line
we charge
the
it
distance.
based on the transportation cost. So we group the farmers. I've toured around Ghana and directly contacting farmers. I realized that farmers normally they have the same planting season, so they all sometimes harvest in the same season. So bringing them together would really help. So people sometimes we harvest 5 baskets, 10 boxes of tomatoes or lettuce or so bringing them together and getting a truck for them. I think it's so we are planning to charge 20 cedis for their produce, depending on the kilos that you bring for it.
Okay, I'm just hoping that one of these days, these bridges that always keeps collapsing. So that's a good also. Now let's go into the micro numbers, okay? Imagine I'm a farmer now. Okay, so I pick my mobile device and I hope the USSD is not wrong. So I just do start something. How much am I losing? And what are the breakdowns until the money gets to you?
Okay.
They're not sure. I need to have credit before I can ask the service.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I've bought credit, I've scratched, I've loaded, I've done the USSD. Let's go through the numbers.
Okay.
How much am I paying for my USSD session? And all through the system, how much is coming to your end?
Okay. I know we are charging 0.5 pesos, like 50 pesos for the transaction.
Okay.
And with the money that is supposed to be with me, we are now going to negotiate with the telcos, but I think they charge it's in percentage. I think it's 10%. Yeah,
I don't do 50%.
50%.
See, that's the part I want you to really work the numbers out, because if you do not take care, this is an awesome idea, but I mean, MTN, Vodafone, Tigo, Airtel will just like really write this thing down. So you want to really check it, because at the end of the day, this 50%, you'll be getting approximately about 20% out of the deal that if you're lucky. And it has to add up, because what you're doing is not cheap.
Yeah, so we stated that our market size within the first year, we are expecting to roll out 0.1% of farmers. That amounts to 5,000 farmers. And adding up, but you know, with the SMS and the USSD, we need a lot of people to come on before we start realizing, like filling the commission. Yes. So with that, I think with the telcos we have to discuss on it. But on our part, we are not fully reliant on
Okay, so Nazif, I get you. Now, between the time the vegetables are ready for you to get the alert, and then the time of the preparing the land, following and all of that process, planting and all, it looks like your business is more seasonal. So what happens when the produce is not ready? What's going to happen?
It's an agriculture-based organization. So we are not only into connecting farmers to markets, but then we are also providing them with extension services.
Okay. Okay.
So within that period, we would now be working with them on how to use climate smart agricultural policies on how to go about it. We have a total chat every Thursday, 8 a.m. Agribusiness Talk, where we actually discuss issues.
You go to the villages?
No, we do it on Twitter, just to get people to talk about it. And then we actually take this policy.
And the farmers are
not for the farmers, we get ideas from people and then we actually implement them.
Okay. Okay, I'm asking this because you know they spoke about reaching the customers through media and all. I think one of the things you have to consider really is get a radio time slot. You know, this is like 10 minutes and really talk to the farmers. You know what GTV does with this Wempo and all of that stuff, how to spray and all of that, because that is what I believe buys you the guarantee that when I finish and my produce is ready to go to farm, the first brand that comes into mind is AgriConnect. It's like, okay, let me just, where's the USSD thing? Now I called out my kid, whom you said you trained, that's what I'm coming to. So you trained this my kid to help me with your platform and listening and all of that stuff. Are you sure that's what you really want to do? You don't want to have dedicated people in there who are part of your system. So you're training your kids, yeah? This guy. Agent. Yeah. Okay, so you have an agent.
Yes.
What do you need to agent teach their kids?
So it's a solution to the USSD.
Okay.
So,
But you have agents there, yes?
agents will be stationed in big districts.
Awesome.
So actually, if the produce is ready, if the agent doesn't see the produce, we don't go for it. Because some producers are like so bad that we can't figure out the
Okay, so
all right, I guess.
We have 5 million times, so we have to do the news. Let's get to our last journalist.
Okay, so I think for me, I'm confused at this point. What problem did you say you are solving?
We are solving okay, the problem.
Well, let me tell you the problem I earlier on you said that, and it's good the way you started with the story. You know, it gets us into the whole scenario, and I think Andrews also did very well telling us that. But then your innovation somehow submerged the story along the line, because you said that most farmers are not able to transport their Mr. Will, you give him a name, earlier to the market, and so it gets rotten, and then he loses 5,000 a year. And then the banker also needs food, but now because she's not able to preserve it all the time, she also loses, all right, because she buys it and then gets. So now you're going to break the middleman kind of business and then connect them so that they can always get fresh from the market. So today I order fresh, tomorrow I order fresh, all throughout. Is that what you mean? Okay. So now The problem here is that if the farmer keeps the product in the farm for a long time, it perishes and then he loses. So now is the farmer going to sit? I've harvested. It's here. So I'm waiting for banker Rhoda to connect with me today. Another person connects. You are going to take it from the farmers. Is that the point? So it defeats the preamble you started.
So that is why I did mention that we are in touch with ShopRite and they've actually asked for samples of these produce. And for them, anytime the produce is ready, they are good to go because they have to.
So, okay, so they also become a customer.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then you also have a storage facility.
Good.
So what are you going to store there?
Okay, maybe the storage facility, it's not in our first year that we are planning to bring a storage facility in. Because farmers do complain that with their produce, some of them go bad and they need to store them. And ShopRite and other shopping malls can't keep all of them. So on our part, what we try to do is we try to know the pre-harvest time. When it's pre-harvest time, they inform us. Then we go to the farm to check, and we set a time where it's
okay, because of time. So now, if the bigger markets, ShopRite and the rest are not able to buy all, you have a storage facility.
That would actually sell to people like Rhoda.
Okay, right, cool. So now still you have become the middleman.
Yes.
Now you also said that you are creating a virtual market. Alright? But the virtual market, which one is the virtual market? So assuming that I go to your app, now I want to find something to buy. Would I see that, okay, farmer A has this, farmer B has that, and that, and then request directly from the farmer?
We're currently building our website that comes with like farmers information. Actually, we have been to the board several times and we've profiled farmers onto the platform. And we even have stories of the farmers.
Which platform? The website?
Our website. They will come with an e-commerce platform. The website is
okay, so let me get this right. Is it a mobile app you are doing, or is it just a website with some kind of apps connected to it?
Currently, we are working on the website, but then we plan to bring the information on the website to do it because it's more user friendly on there.
Okay, so if it's a website, is it going to be real time? You know, because now farmers, they have produce, and then I want to see who has what.
Yeah.
Are you sure that it's going to be up to date at any point in the day? Or I will order something and sit in my house waiting for it to come, and then it never comes. I say, oh, somebody has already bought it.
So what we are trying to do is we get these agents to be checking on the farmers, and when stock is out, we just say this stock is out. So you wouldn't even have access to buying it or clicking it or to try.
So if I order for something from the farmer, who delivers it to me?
We do the deliveries.
So you're also going to operate a delivery service?
That is why
with motorbikes or with
wait. Somebody like household supplies, we would do it. But then looking at somebody, a wholesaler or a ShopRite, or we would call the agro center guy to do the delivery.
Okay, so that means that I'm not going to get fresh fruit from the farm.
You are going to get it.
Because see, I'm at Kumasi, I'm ordering something from Sefi. Are you sure I'm going to get it today?
Okay.
Or tomorrow?
It depends on the distance, but we are going to get it as fresh as possible. There's a company, Blue Skies.
Yeah.
Blue Skies, they make it seem like they are providing fresh produce to US, but it's actually not fresh because they import the mangoes from Brazil. They bring it to their warehouse,
The freshness is in the product, not the raw material. But your product is the raw material. So how fresh is it going to be? So we
it means that,
like they also
it means that, the question is asking, it means that the product you're going to deal with, if you can promise that the product will be more than a week. I get it. Okay, so design the process in such a way that it won't take more than a week. If it's more than a week, you are not delivering it. So that if I believe a mango spends 1 week and is fresh, I'm buying. If it's more than a week, I'm not buying.
So my advice to you, okay, you have a good idea, but I think it's not well coordinated.
Yes.
There are lots of
So we're trying to survive.
be sure of what you are promising.
Yes.
And so that people will not say you are coming to deceive us and so forth. Yeah. So there should be a clearly defined kind of thing. Like, okay, the products they stay fresh within 3 days. We deliver within 24 hours. So that I'm sure that it is not like somebody just went to the market and like take it, which you cannot do. Yes. With the transportation and all that, and then you need to factor in. Maybe you have to see and car breakdowns and the rest. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because it's not to do with food and farming.
Yeah.
They don't survive in this room. For me, if you ask me for my opinion, I would suggest to you, why don't you concentrate on the marketing? It makes your work much more easier because this freshness as your leverage won't work. Okay, but we have a mother, an old woman who carries the pain from surgery or go bring it back to man and putting it a market for it. So if you concentrate on that woman who has the materials already in the market, and you just connect your consumer, it makes your work much more easier. It helps you also to grow in a business, which at the end of the day is for survival. So yes, it could be a long term.
But in the long run, the price of the produce goes up.
No, the point is, you see, when it comes to customer value proposition, what value are you giving to the customer at what price? If I say that the comfort of my office or my home, and deliver something to me, and I pay extra, it's worth it. Okay, let's assume Friday, you ban Friday, you order a lot of tilapia. And you are not going to look for tilapia somewhere which doesn't exist around Kumasi. By the time you come to Kumasi, it will stay. So, but if there's someone who has a cool store, something, you can connect with that person, and within 24 or less than 1 hour, you can deliver my tilapia to me. And that is what I'm looking for as a customer. You can look at yours, look at adding maybe like the local market woman, and see how best you can deliver to the customer. For me, it should work well for you.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, we see.
Yes, sit down.
So connect.
Thank you. Let's just have a chance to everybody that's going to present.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's something you need to take note that he did it, he also doing it. Whenever you are presenting to the public, never block
The screen.
Project.
right? It's the first thing.
Yeah.
Because I think all these things we are doing, you're going to present yourself to investors. You never block them. Okay, stay away from history.
So quickly we'll go on to our next, which is veteran technology, IT management service and consulting. So these guys which what they are doing. So a round of applause.
My name is Manuel Fred. I'm from Technology. Did he know you? Yeah, he know you.
Yeah, it's still like this. How do you know before? I was looking on that box.
You don't know, maybe they'll be connecting something from
I see
So, what do you think about information technology? Imagine a municipal hospital with a record department having their main computer with a size of hard size of 20 GB and a memory of 1 megabyte. How much data can it hold and how much data can it work on? Now, we will exert to be market leaders in the IT management consultancy services. We have the aim to assist our clients with the everyday challenges of technology by helping them turn the from the unknown to innovative solutions for business development and growth. Now, we are named as an IT consultancy service and managed services provider. Having services in more than one country also makes us a multinational company, which also means that we have a vast pool of resources, expertise, and the required skills that we can use to service our clients in all aspects of their business. Now, the question is, why do we do what we do? We've realized that we have inadequate support and repository systems for businesses using IT to service themselves or to service their clients. And this inadequacy also results in challenges with efficiency, management of their infrastructure, and cost effectiveness. And to top it all, we have inadequate expertise with existing and upcoming technology by these businesses, and they struggle with it every day, every time. Now, to do our best for these clients, Green Technology has a lot of IT strategies in place, plans, infrastructure, and designs to help these businesses overcome these challenges. And one of our services is cloud services, making sure that you have secure access to all the applications that you can use to run your business daily. Our major web services, Microsoft Office 365 and Office GC provides you all the applications that you need on secure service in order for you to get it, and it's all on the cloud. We have managed desktop services. Take it this way. We know your business is very important to you, and most businesses struggle with handling their core aspect of their business with regards to the IT aspect. We are saying, let us handle the IT aspect for you so that you can focus on your core aspect of the business. That's why we provide remote assistant troubleshooting and system monitoring for your business, as well as preventive maintenance and security updates and patches. Recently, a client that we serviced, he's into education consulting, and his main computer, his main machine that he's working on, developed a virus and he lost everything. He tried to work on it on his own and lost everything before he even brought it to us. But we did our best to retrieve it using recovery tools and other things. And after that, we were able to get our place managed services for him. That is Brain Trust Educational Consult. We were able to get this managed desktop services from him. We do system checkup and system testing for him every 3 months. Now, this is the service that can help the business to sustain and to move ahead. We have managed server services, pardon me. We know that every business advancing with IT needs a chief information officer, an expert who is going to help channel the business IT ideas to align with the business purposes. Now, Great Technology is saying that we provide you a virtual CIO for your business, whereas our expert IT professionals will help you to design, deploy, develop, and come up with innovative solutions to help your business move to the next level. And our backup and recovery package with this managed server settings or managed server services is going to help you not to lose most important data. You get to a time where very, very important data for most businesses, due to a slight hitch and the less technical know how to maintain their system happens, they lose all their important data, and sometimes it impedes their business progress. We providing these server services is going to help the businesses have this backup in place no matter what, and it's on the cloud every time, like we say. Now we're saying, after hearing all this, getting to know about these IT services, if you decide to partner with a company like Great Technology, who is going to help you with your IT infrastructure, who is going to be your long-term IT partner, having all the requisite tools, technology tools, knowledge, and the expertise, and to also deliver timely solutions for you. If you make a decision to join this company, to partner with it and ask it to be your IT service provider, it is not a wrong decision. And Great Technology is not alone. We are partnered with Google, with Microsoft, with Amazon, with Symantec, Cisco, StorageCraft, Black Pearl, and Kaspersky. If you remember at first, I said that we are a multinational company. Our parent company is in Australia. It's been in Australia for 4 years. And we in Ghana, we started with IT solutions and internet services. Just barely a year ago, we transitioned from that into full-fledged IT managed services. So you can contact us on our website, by email, or by call. Once again, we are Viton Technology. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very dear wise man. Mr. Gideon.
Okay, right. I think it's a nice presentation. That was awesome.
It was a speech.
It's like an art.
Yeah.
It's a great art. I hope you took shot of it. It's going live on YouTube.
You showed, I think it's a good thing you are trying to do, because that is one thing that in Ghana we don't do, servicing of our computers. It's until we try to boot it and it's not booted. There's no problem. Yeah. But how are you marketing it? You said you started in Ghana. You started when?
Like very 2 years ago. And I said when we started as IT solutions and internet services. And then now that we've gradually transitioned to the full IT managed services.
Okay. So what kind of IT services were you doing?
So we're doing general troubleshooting, virus and antivirus checks, and general system check, updates, and patches.
Okay. So how has it been so far in the market?
Well, just like you said, it's not been easy because the general idea is to service things like cars and other things like that, and not computers. And then when you explain to them the reason why the system is breaking down, sometimes they tend to believe you, sometimes they don't. A client next to our office, that is, he had his computer, especially look at his seat, 4 with the space that being used for 2 megabytes. When we advise him to move much, to make it like give more space on the seat, about 10 gig, he didn't listen to us, and it finally broke down. So that's one of the challenges we face there. But we try as much as possible to educate them, let them understand, and we give real life examples to let them know what we're about.
Yeah, I'm asking that because I personally started something like IT cleaning services. I gave up. That's why I'm interested in how you are advertising, surviving, because it's a difficult field. Even big companies will not mind you. They wouldn't mind you. So, how have you been advertising it? I'm interested in that.
Well, we've been using social media platforms, and then GKJ is our BDM, Business Development Manager, and we go around. So we target microfinances and then financial institutions, and then you go with a proposal, and then we give it to them and explain all what we can do for them. And funny enough, sometimes or most of the time, they can relate to us some of the challenges that we are talking about that we can help them solve. Okay. And then the decision to move ahead goes all the way back to the headquarters, and that takes a bit of time.
Yeah. Let me ask my last question, maybe. So now this deals with company data, right? So security concerns and all that comes into play. How do you handle that, or what assurance do you give to them?
Well, just like every something like an email account or a storage account, you can't work with a technology storage company or a company like us when you don't trust us. So we go through a process of contract signing and service agreement with you, and let you know that this is our limit when it comes to your data. And this is your limit when it comes to our services structure and all that. So by the end of it, you know that you have access to passwords, you have access to logins, and the data that we are not required to handle, we are not required to have access to, you will not take it.
Yeah, I think that's a big challenge at the high level. So you need to come up with convincing evidences to tell them. Maybe you can also introduce them to maybe cloud storages where you back up there, let me do my cleanups here in case you lose everything you can and so forth. I mean, be thinking about that because I think that could be one of the greatest obstacles when you compare.
Okay, so we go to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, do you have something to say?
Yes, you were talking about the parent company. So how do you come into that relationship with company?
Well, the parent company in Australia is the CEO is a Ghanaian who grew up there. So he's been planning to move to Ghana for a long time, and then when he saw the opportunity, he started it here in Ghana.
So what role did they play in your business?
We are the executive branch, like they make all the big decisions. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you are like a subsidiary of that?
Yes, please.
Okay, it's not like your private business by your partner, you are a subsidiary. So who are some of the clients you're working with?
Like I said, for IT managed services, we just transitioned a few months ago. So we have clients with from Rural Bank, we have Adansi Rural Bank in Atunsu, the branch in Atunsu. We are still in talks with them because we just transitioned to the IT for IT infrastructure thing.
So are you the third team? Or there are others?
There are others, but they are fairly new to their own structure, so we decided to cut them off basically.
And are you all IT guys or?
We have the management section, we have the IT section, we have the business or marketing section.
Okay, Mr. Smith. So, Mr. Chad.
Okay, when I was listening to you, I remember my days in the bank when I was I felt like I should join you there. That was good. That was good. You started very well, drawing attention to how hospitals see their information on the small things. I'm not 90%, so I cannot use it. The very first question that came to mind is a very big concern of technology. You see nurses, doctors, flying files, patients around. And I asked myself, can't we do something about it? Are you thinking about doing something about technology?
Well, it can still, we've not thought of it as of now, but it can still be a plan.
So you can pay my company for giving me this information.
we had it already. I can give you an example. During my
student days at the university during my long vacation, I used to work at Sheru Municipal Hospital at the record department. And that's one of the difficulties that I encountered there in that section. You know, most of their filing system was manual. And then in case of anything, you don't have any backup anywhere. And when I proposed inputting everything in the systems, you know, the management took, like they blew the decision of the 5th of the year, like they really didn't go for it. You know, and I was able to convince my superiors to get it done. That is the patient folders. And we were able to enter about 7,000 folders onto the system. So that when someone comes, it's like, oh, I left my car at home. You can easily retrieve the person's information. You know, currently, it's in place now. That's what I've got to know. It's in place now. There is at the hospital where I was working. The whole place is networked in such a way that we go to the OPD and your information is taken. Before you go to see the doctor, the information is already sent there for the doctor to use. But we can think about it and then come up with something.
One other opportunity I think is there for you. When you go to the hospital, they have problem with their stocks. They easily run out of stock, and you'll be looking around where you can get new supplies. So you can look at how you develop a software or something for stock management. Okay, and one other thing that I also have identified with the hospitals is revenue leakage. Okay, so if you could also develop an app that can help block those revenue leakages. I'm saying that because when I was in a bank, we tried to do something like that for Tech Hospital, and it's working good. So, I mean, there are so many opportunities, but obviously there are challenges. The biggest challenge is what Gideon said. Managing people's information, what is classified, it's not easy for them to do that. Our advice, is it possible? You train your IT team. Okay, these are the way into the acts. You train your IT team that you don't have any issues with information management. The IT team will handle everything from A to Z. You only come in when there's an issue beyond their limits. That will give them the confidence. Right? Lastly, when you want to get business from a bank, you don't start from the branch. You have to go to the head office. Engage the right person with the finance. And that is the surest way of getting the business. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, so I have like a lot of questions, but I'm going to really try to make it very quick. You see, I remember there was a time I was there and I had a call. You don't know, we have a problem with our branches, our information are not flowing. How can you help us? I said, okay, great. I can be at home here and connect all the branches together and move the information. The CEO said, no, come. You know what I mean? I have to go and do the connection at his home. Once you're just sitting behind me and seeing every single console call, every single live call. Not because he doesn't trust me. We've been friends for a long time. So, I mean, when they were asking how you're surviving, I was like, whoa, these guys, I just hope they survive. You know, because there's a big issue here. People just really do not care. Don't talk about your cars, don't talk about computers. That computer, what does it need? It's like, it needs power, it will work. Okay? So when I was listening to your pitch, all I heard was IT, infrastructure, service, IT. So I'm really wondering, are you guys resellers? Are you a partner to some big company and you're doing something here? Or what do you really have that's unique? Because you have some companies along the road when you get into K University. There's one there. Sims Technologies. It's like, it's all over the place. They're doing very well in Kumasi here. So I'm like curious to find out what you are really going to bring, which, might meet the likes of the big brands, some I relate with, to be able to tell them, hey, all these guys, they can sort you out so I can focus on what I do. Because, you know, like you're trying to do Microsoft saving, G Suite and all of that. You know, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can wake up tomorrow and sign up with Microsoft, Google, and start the same thing. So I don't know what your corporate people are doing in Australia. I can't wait to see what is really unique about your service. You mentioned a couple of things. Let's just on those ones. You tell me you're going to give me a virtual CIO. Is it going to have hands, or how does it work?
I think about it as an IT expert from our team. I will help the business make decisions relating to IT.
Okay, hold it right there. You have to influence Honorable Charles' idea. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that. You see, there are some systems that work very well in the outside part of the world. You know, virtual assistants and all. Here, they want to see you. You know, they want to see you. You know, you're like, you want to do something for me? Come over, come, travel and come. Don't sit behind your PC and Skype to me and tell me, click this, do that. Go train their own people, empower their people, and just be behind them. I don't know why they're even partnering with the guys in Australia. I think they should be unique. You know, if you're employees for them, that's fine. Be good employees. But I think really going to training IT people and then making them capable in skills they didn't have before, and then standing back so that if it's so tough, then they follow you. The IT people follow you. So that's really key. Now, if you came to me now, say an IT, and I ask you, take my system through an AES thing to safeguard me, what are you going to do? I'm curious. I want to know what you're going to do. On IT fair, or I have a set of computers, I want you to take me through an AES system.
Are you prepared to take that?
Or you just tell me, we have no idea, we can't do AES. I'm saying this because, you see, Honorable Emmanuel, if you're going to do this,
You have to do it full time.
you have to do it full time. You've got to know everything. The next question I was going to ask you is, do you know what is button mouth? You see, this is not in any way to downplay you, but I'm just telling you the trends of what is really going on in the industry. AES is the standard encryption that we are really looking for as an industry. So if I want you to encrypt all my data and protect them so that even if it falls in the wrong hands, someone can have it. And it's something that I know people will pay for it. Even MTN, Vodafone will be willing to pay for such a service. If you can render AES faster. So I want to see you doing something very unique. Something
You specialize, don't do everything.
Okay? So that is very, very key to me. Now you told me about a timely solution. So if I was at, say, Tech, okay, and I called you now, what would be my ETA? I mean, what time would it take for you to get there?
Well, the time solutions start with remote assistance.
Okay.
So whatever the issue when you call, we will first give you the remote assistance on phone or on call. And we explain to you the personnel there how he or she is supposed to go about to get it done.
Okay.
And at the same time, I forgot to mention, we have a site manager to each of our clients. So when the call comes in, the site manager goes, we have a toll-free number that we're working on to set up so that they can easily call us, and no matter the length of time, we explain everything to them. So the first, we will have something like first aid before the help gets there.
Okay. I really want you guys to specialize. You know what, Gideon? I told someone, he said, you know what you do? I said, oh, I'm a developer. He said, oh, okay, nice. Just 5 minutes after I was speaking with the person, he was just after leaving the place, and he said, you do printing too? I do printing. You know, so you really want to specialize and identify yourself that when it comes to Python, we are listening to encryption. Even if your hard disk got lost, an employee can steal it. Something, checking systems, logins, people into data conversion. You have to speak with Andrew so that he gives you his OCR technology. I was going to ask you this. You did 7,000 folder records. How long did it take you?
It took me a week.
A week?
That wasn't version.
With this technology, it will take you probably 2 days. He has OCR. Just point the camera to the documents and flash them. You don't need to type anything. His technology can save you. So one of the things I want to see here after today is some collaborations.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him. I need OCR thing. I mean, give it to me. You know, so let's collaborate here and make things happen. Okay? Specialize.
Yeah, so we collaborate. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Pass or pass, pass. So we have the last guy here, last man standing. Yendi. Yendi going to tell us how if you are sitting in your office, you are hungry, how you can get your right to come right now. So we do food delivery. I want you right now. What is how you do it? I will not be satisfied with technology. I hope that's why you I will fried rice.
3D fried rice. Ayo, Yeni,
let's talk.
yo, It means that you don't eat alone. And every food you eat, somebody might join you. Yes.
It's nice.
And then content was it's not it's not that beautiful from internet. And what you are interested is generally the English of what let's eat. Yeah. And then it's all about food. So it's all about connecting people who can cook to people who can't cook or don't have the time and the budget to cook.
Okay.
So it's more like people, students, like you always someone like me, I can't cook, so I always have struggling cooking, so I always have to buy food, and that's what I actually got really into this. Back in KMS campus, it's difficult cooking. People just laugh at me, no one wants to eat my food. And actually, I did not, I don't want to eat my own food. So I always have to buy food, which is very, very expensive. So like buying food every time is expensive. Sometimes you have to cut down, a lot of times eat in the day. So I can twice in the day, like eat buy food in the afternoon, so I can just save you. And so sometimes like just cook, you have to ask some a few more things to put it some sauce so that you can put in the fridge, that you can take it out for you for the whole day, for the whole week. And so that's what started with. It's like asking my female friends to prepare sauce for me, so I can put it in the fridge, because that saves a lot of money. But then coming up, like no one, like if I was student, many students wouldn't like do that. But for outside, we have fashion and go someone married. You don't always have to buy food. And then you have corporate people, very, very big people like the bankers, you close from work very late, and then you also don't get time for yourself to prepare food. So then trying to create something that like you just make people who can really good cook for you, so you can put in your fridge for the whole week. But then the current system, like we have people who do food delivery services here, we have food delivery services, but these people just connect you to a restaurant. And I was connecting to a restaurant means that I just have to buy food every single day. And that's also too expensive. I just need to stock my fridge with food so that for the whole week I know that I'm good to go for the week. But then so we have like junior foods and hello food, they are motivated in Accra. So for people who are in Accra, they can get these things. But then there's a restaurant, so you can just only get it as and when you want it, not the whole week. So GMD is it's just connecting cooks to people. So like you can have food for the week. So you can have some food for the weekend. So like it's an app. And you have people, like a cook can be your fellow students or someone else who cooks and then come to GMD. So GMD is a platform, like a big content platform, like junior marketplace, where you have storefronts. So people will then upload their services. Yes, I cook sauce, I cook this soup, I cook that. So I go there, I want some whatever sauce for the week. So I go to Yendi and then I choose someone, if I meet that person, I choose this person to cook this food. So I order food from the person and I meet the person and get our money food. So it's more like something like turn. So you go to turn, you look for what you want to buy, maybe the person and get what you want to buy. So that's what the idea is about. And then market size, it's more, because it's more, you are interested in, you are looking at students, bachelor, and people in the corporate society. You think, like, you have a lot of tertiary institutions in Ghana, and a lot of bachelors, like, even like you have a lot of bachelors, you have a lot of bachelors who might not be so fortunate as I am, like, who comes to so who would always be privileged. I mean, it's a stage shame of food. They are very, very difficult with people. So that's what I think. So that's what about it. So far, DND is an idea in development. There's now development apps and stuff. And I'm basically visual stuff like that. That's my team. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. So, great one. So, we take question from Mr. Chas. Or suggestion?
Additional question. So, EMD, how do you make your money?
How do you make your money? So, I mean, we have three steady sources of revenue under consideration. One is either paid by sometimes on sell ads. And another could be also by giving a percentage of charging a fixed price. So that's it. So someone wants to buy something on daily, so you get a percentage of the price, or we charge a fixed price, or by selling of ads. But like you're not even decided on like which revenue source you're gonna take final.
Okay, so we will go to Mr. Spencer.
I have told this idea before from an incident that happened, but it's not bad. Like the person he was asking, the challenge that you have to deal with, how you make cash. Now with Turnaround, for instance, because it's a generalized e-commerce platform, everybody goes there. But the end, I only come there when I'm hungry. So only hungry people come to you. So, you know, a hungry man is an angry man. These are some of the challenges that you have to do. But it's good that it's an idea stage now. I think probably after the program, there are some options that we can look at so that we lost the commissions you're talking about. Probably if you run for a while, you can get those who cook and get the money to pay you something to subscribe to the platform or something, and then some additional services you can offer to those who cook. Okay, if let's say you organize somebody, those who can cook, you tell them, organize somebody to take a video of them cooking, and then you upload it on the platform. And maybe they can have their own blog on the area that is specialized. And these are all models that you can look at. It's a good idea. So keep it up.
Okay, so Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah, so really great idea stage. I want to really find out, okay, which part are you really targeting? Is it the pre-hunger, the post-hunger, or the hunger? I really want to know, but see, I know there's another company here, M&M, and boy, they really had some tough times, because when I'm hungry, I request for my ride from Today or any of the other restaurants around. I want it like now. So in your story, you're like, I'm going to come to the platform, I'm going to select somebody who can cook my stuff, and what? You said meet somewhere? I don't want to meet anybody. I want my food. I want my palava sauce, okay? I want you to really be able to come to a point where you define it and say, this is us. For us, we're looking at before you get hungry. And then if it's the post-hunger stage, it's like, this the guy is so hungry that now he's almost like dying or something, and you want to bring him food. It's another thing. I think you're targeting the pre-hunger period, which means that you are helping me organize how I eat and all of that stuff. You know what? I can count no less than about 17 other apps doing this similar thing. Go to the Google Play Store. What you're looking forward to is fitness and wellness. Look at all those ideas and copy them. Copy them and find something unique among them. And make sure it works here. Your background, Nigerian or Ghanaian? Ghanaian. Okay, you sound like a Nigerian. and this really find something that really works with that. Because here, you don't really get a lot of people really planning so much.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a lot of lateness. That's why programs are not going according to plan and so on and so forth. This is not plan. Barely would you go to anybody's kitchen today now, even all of us here, probably find less than 20% who have a food meal roster on their fridge. Say Monday I eat rice and beans. Even on Monday, breakfast is this, lunch is this, supper is this. That could be a culture you are bringing. I will buy into it, I do it. Yeah, I would be glad to have a company that is helping me build that culture. And that will be your build thing. That when I download the app, I'm going with it. I'm checking my weight. I'm checking, maybe I even downloaded for the sake of eating meals. That will help me get a good donation, skin tone and everything. So I have a goal within the app I'm running with. And that will be an incentive. But if you just say, hey, when you're hungry, get it out. Get a cook. There are a lot of other challenges that come with getting a cook. For example, I tell a cook to come into my house, to come and cook. I don't even know whether I'm going to get a male or a female. That's another thing. And then the person comes. The whole integration of the cook into my environment is also another thing. So you have to like pay attention to that, our cultural setting, and then how people will interact with this sort of business and dealing. You definitely have customers. I mean, people buy into the idea, but I can't wait to see how you carve it. You know, there are people doing this already. It doesn't mean stop, do it, but go around, take a look at all the ideas and copy. Yes, it's a great artist still. Yeah. So just that.
Yeah. So let me say something. From what you might say, it brings up this point that for the revenue model in an online-based business like this, you don't necessarily have to be looking at the platform directly. Okay, so like if let's say you have about 50 cooks who have a certain number of people they are looking for, you could get this the Agri Connect guys to supply the food, where you make your 1 person, 10 person, 20 persons at the back end. Okay, so from the front end, it looks as if you are not making any just free of charge. So if you have a certain number of tools, and you can promise them that you can get them connected to someone who builds fresh food to be used, so that you sell the point of organic food, that kind of idea. Okay, so those are some of the ideas I think.
Okay, so I will take questions from the audience. If you have questions, suggestions, or contributions to any. Yeah.
This reading.
What? Taste rating.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can reviews and anything. So you know what you're going to do.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
if I don't have a kitchen in my house,
Actually, so Yendi is not actually going to have its own cooks. So it's more like something like restaurants. Junior foods or whatever fish, right? They just like restaurants to people. So it's like getting people to cook for people. Yeah. Starting an idea of people cooking for other people. Now Yendi contracting with cooks specifically to cook for people. But then
so Hubert, now for me it's getting serious here.
okay.
You're going to get me somebody to experiment with me on whether you are good.
To your house. But then the person just like find a food that so the person cooks
From their house, the person's house.
Yeah, then the person delivers it to you.
he cooks it in his house.
Yeah, and then you look at his too.
How sure am I that the standards he cooked the meal with complies with mine?
Personally, you know, we're going to make a specification. Every statement.
No, wait, that's why he should clean his chopping board. It's one of the things very important to know. I clean my chopping board in my bedroom.
Yeah.
That's how important it is to me.
Even that means you don't eat outside. If of that, it means you don't eat outside.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because for someone who eats outside, you don't care how someone prepares food. You don't go outside.
But I don't think we should care.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, when you go out to buy food, you don't immediately wonder, is the person cooking it?
So the solution you should be providing is that tell Ima that you ensure the person who is cooking has a good environment enough. Okay? So just like the agro-comment guys go to the farm to ascertain that the produce there is okay, your responsibility is also to check that the person who has registered on the platform to cook for other people has a good environment, has probably tested, because with those who sell food on the street, okay, you have to go to clinic to do testing.
Yeah.
So ensure that those who register have gone through all those procedures. So it means that your work is not as easy as, oh, register, cook for me, pay. No. That is it. So just tell him you do supervision. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's also a problem.
So yeah,
Okay, I have an explanation. There's something I really want you to maybe you can try to get into. There are a lot of restaurants around, but these restaurants sometimes don't comply to the rules, and sometimes people find it difficult to eat from those areas because they don't know exactly the quality of something it is. So you can also explore that, trying to register them onto your platform, get the necessary documentation, then publish it for people to know where exactly they can get good food to eat.
Yeah.
I think there will be a section of people who will go into that, but at least you get the wider market.
I think that's really fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the certification and authorization of someone to cook for someone is no small game at all. We have a restaurant, we've been running for the past 20 years. Yes. We renew our certification, KMA is coming around almost every time. They'll come around, sometimes they come around and they even see maybe someone just mistakenly walk into the kitchen area with a mat, okay? If you don't take care, they fine you. Yeah. Or they kind of just worry you. So if someone is going to cook for someone, you want to really position yourself well. Because it has its own issues, you know, and all of that stuff. So what he's saying is really awesome. If an individual wants to join and cook for someone, you become a sort of a filtering body. That tells them you do a blood test, you do HIV test, you do tuberculosis test, you do all that test, we will check and even see, you will even cook for us to see. Then we certify you, give you some sort of star rating before we put you on our platform, so that whenever I come to Yendi, yes, I know that I'll pay quality. So if you're charging me, I know what I'm paying for. But you know, getting the Kenyan student to cook for sauce in his house and bring it to my room, I don't want that.
So, what we are down to? Other options that we have to explore.
Okay, so it's been a very long day. We have agri connect, we have electronic technology, we have
What's your problem with the fuel? It looks as if you don't like them. You don't want to pronounce their name very well.
So, yeah, so please, can we get a round of applause?
Yes.
Everybody who comes here today has something great to say.
Sure.
And you are all great guys. I would definitely like to appreciate all of you who came here today. You did a great work. And because it has been a long day, I went to the labor before I came here. So
You are weak, yeah? I need something to fuel up.
So once again, I would like to thank our distinguished judges, Mr. Charles, who just went out, and Gideon, Mr. Gideon, also who went out, and Mr. Emmanuel Apia. Mr. Emmanuel Apia from Adify, and Mr. Spencer, SP Concept. And these are great people, and trying to buy into ideas and constructively criticizing you to do the right thing. It's not like they don't like you. They like you. They like every one of us. At least some of us were able to know that, okay, what we were doing, we thought we were doing something like this. We have to step up our game. And that's what this is all about. And you should know that this is the first edition, which means a subsequent one will come up. And as time goes by, that's where you have a bigger prize. So once again, I would like to thank everybody who came, including the audience, the judges, and the team. You guys are fabulous. Let me use my brother word. You guys are awesome. And so we be appreciating our judges for their great work done. It's not easy to try to buy into somebody's idea and give them advice. You have to think. And it will come with somebody will think that you don't like them. So they wait for you outside when you come. So we like to appreciate our judges. Okay, so in doing that, we'll have people who will be presenting a little package, a rare bag, to our judges for their great work and their effort, and their time, most importantly, their time. So we will have Mr. Reagan coming here to present the first package, gift, or small thing. Mr. Spencer. You should know that this is being brought to you by Harper State, Harper Web, and the Kumasi Tech Community. We always do that here. So. So next we'll have and I will have Mahaja. And we will have Mr. Emmanuel. Yeah. Say cheese. Thank you very much. Okay, because the other judges went out, so we'll go faster. That's my only between. Thank you, everybody. There's a snack here. May challenge me, I'm going to do this one. So there is, before we go into church, those who brought their ideas and here today, we would like to appreciate you for your work. And this is the first edition. There's also one camera, and we should keep trying. Life is not about trying. It's not about try once and give up. And one thing, the copy stuff, I always learned that. Let's come to the IT aspect of as a good programmer always copy.
Yeah, you copy and you modify.
Yeah.
And you make better and give back.
Don't waste your time, Charlie. Take
Everything from scratch.
that thing from scratch, that thing is not the same. No, honestly, they're calling from So, yeah, so once again, we would like to call our presenters to come and get. Okay, I'll hand that over to my brother, Richard, who is the stage manager. So, please, let's a round of applause.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright, so we are glad to meet you for this event, that is a peer review. What we want to do for the individuals and the organizations who presented is, as you see, we have competent people who were able to give their inputs. So we would like them to guide you as to how you can stream or re-strategize your business idea and other stuff. So we are going to help you with your branding, and then we're also going to help you with an advice as to how you can make it into maybe next fiction or how you want to move your business. So basically that is what we're going to do for you. Apart from that, the startups, what we can also do is we have co-working spaces. So if you don't have a physical office, you can come around and then we give you a discount. That is what we can do for you. Apart from that, let's network and then let's see the way forward. Thank you very much. One last thing, we need your short profile and those who presented. So yeah, so that we can help with the branding. Please, those who presented to, we would like you to wait and then we have some 1 or 2 words to you before we leave.
Like all the things we made just now should meet.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I just really want to pass this around. For any of us here who can code, I would just really encourage that if you've not signed up on Stack Overflow, do that. You know, because I think the way forward for us, I always say this, that the only way we can beat the competition, like if we want to tell us that, oh, it's Africa against Silicon Valley, it's Ghana versus Kenya or Nigeria, it's by collaborating and by sharing code. I do spend some time there sharing some of my code on